Shalom, shalom. Kohala Yahweh Bashib Yahushua Bashim Kakudash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders. All right, sincerity. Shalom to you brothers that's pushing the word in sincerity and truth. All right, so the title of this video is it's just gonna be a live stream. I wrote down some scriptures. The title of this video is gonna be the servants of the Lord. Okay, now we coming into a time where Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to separate his men who are servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the ministers, all right, who have been endowed, all right, to minister, which the word minister means to serve, all right, to minister and bring out the spirit, okay, Yahweh Bashim of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, and according to the Bible, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, all right, so we're coming into the time where, hey, the spirit is going to start going out in these streets, you know, and now you're going to realize who are men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, and who are men that are hirelings, okay? Because either you're a man of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua with the spirit and sincerity and truth, or you're a hireling, man. And guess what? You have in Israel, in the cosmos, all right, the cosmos of Israel, the world of Israel, all right, via YouTube, the internet, all right, you have a world of Israel, all right, you have the true prophets, which are the men that speak of the things before it happened, all right, like what is the doctrine, but they speak according to the doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, because, hey, we're held accountable for what we speak, all right, we're building upon a foundation that was laid with the blood of Yahushua, man, all right, and you men are building upon that. There's a building being built, all right, but some buildings are being laid with wood, all right, hay, stubble, all right, and then you have wood. I mean, you have some buildings or some foundations where the foundation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is upon a rock, all right, but you have some being built with gold, silver, all right. So we're in a time that these things are being revealed. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is revealing his mystery, all right, through his prophecies, and the words of the Lord, all right, the words of the Lord's servants are coming to pass. Like the Elder Gabar, he did a video, all right, he prophesied of the IUIC camp, all right, the ISUPK, all right, and these things are coming to pass because who are we? We're the servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, all right? So I'm just going to get into some scriptures, and Lord's will the Spirit work to convey this thing, you know? Because at the end of the day, we're the Lord's servants, the prophets, all right? So I'm going to keep on reading. Let me start with, let me see. Start with Isaiah 61, the book of Isaiah 61, and this is Isaiah 61 and 6. It says, but ye shall be named the priest of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. All right, so this is prophecy. This is going to come. This is something to come. All right. See, we don't have to go to these different media entertainment companies, all right, set up by Esau to let these people know that they Israel, man. The Lord have men out there, all right, starting with we talk about the apostles, how they've been out there for years, all right, to prophesy his word, all right. This is going to be a fulfillment of what's to come, all right. Esau is going to demonize us. Well, he's demonizes us now, all right. And guess what? We don't have to come to Esau. Esau is going to come to us according to the word, all right, because these prophecies are going to come to pass, all right. So it says, but ye shall be named the priest of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. All right. So we're going to eat the riches of the Gentiles. We're going to get their riches, man. All right. But we have to wait and we have to serve the Lord. All right. Now we're in a time of prophecy. All right. We're really seeing, I want to bring this out in the book of, because I wrote some scriptures down. The book of, I'm going to start at Luke 19. All right. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm gonna start my sword. My sword real quickly. So basically, we talk about the pounds, all right? Because the Lord said, occupy until he comes, all right? This is the book of Luke 19, and I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, this day is salvation come to this house, for so much as he also is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of Yahweh should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. But his servants hated him and sent a messenger after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. It says, then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man, thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest thou didst not sow. And he saith unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knowest that I was an austere man, taking up that I lay not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then gavest not thou money into thy bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury? All right, so I just brought this parable out, okay, because we're likened unto the servants, all right, and this is the house of Israel, or of Great Millstone. We're likened unto those servants that are gaining those pounds, all right. But you had some that gained 10 pounds, some that gained 5 pounds, all right, and then you had some that didn't make a return on the Lord's investment, all right. And guess what? We're coming into that time where the Lord is going to come back and reap what he sowed. All right, he requires it upon usury, and that comes with teaching the true word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, see, we're coming into the time now. Y'all want to be leaders of Israel, right? Now the spotlight is coming upon you. Okay, the spotlight that look, your hate group, all of that. Y'all wanted the light, right? All right, now it's time that light shine upon you, and what are you going to do? See, the Lord is going to take away your pounds, man. All right, because you didn't go gain pounds through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, so now we're in a time where, look, hey, the Lord have an Esau shine his light upon you, and great persecution is coming. All right, and we've been warning that since the beginning. The apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, we'd be a liar if we'd be a liar if we said that they never taught us that these times were coming. All right, when the persecution is coming, all right, there's going to be a famine of the word, man. All right, there's going to be a famine of the word, man. A famine of hearing this word, man. All right, you're not going to just be able to go on YouTube and just get this word no more, man. All right, and as the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, at this point, the word has gone out, man. All right, we don't even have to. Hey, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, it's going to come a time where you're going to see great millstone on these pages, man. All right? You know? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's spirit is going to be the true men of the Lord speaking the words of the Lord, man. While all of these other IUIC is going to be brothers, all right? It's going to be brothers, all right? No, friends, all right? Because then Yahushua said, now I don't call you servants, I call you my friends, all right? It's going to be friends together speaking this word, man. You know, which are the true brothers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the 144. But I'm going to keep on reading, I'm going to keep on bringing out these scriptures. Matter of fact, because I wrote a whole bunch of scriptures down. Now, let me read this in Corinthians. Corinthians. First Corinthians 1:21, it says, for after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? So, look, this world don't know if the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, but guess what? It says, it pleased Yahweh Bashim Yahushua by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. That's why you have men out there on the highways and hedges. All right? And out of all those men, you have amongst them the servants of the Lord, man. All right? That's out here to teach this word. At this point, all right, when people come up, look, we're not to be ministered. Hold on, I'm gonna get that scripture right, because Yahweh Shah said, the Son of Man didn't come to be ministered unto, but he came to minister. All right. So you don't at this point you don't have to listen to what these people say. If they come to hear the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. That's what we have to push the prophecies. All right. Matter of fact, it says, for after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the world by wisdom knew not him. So the world by wisdom, they don't know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And guess what? His name went out on the video. All right. So that name went out nationally. All right. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Yahweh is going to get his name. All right, by these different things. He's going to use you other Israelite groups, all right, to magnify himself, all right, while he destroys you, man. Because amongst these other Israelite groups, they're going to start persecuting the prophets. They're going to start pointing the fingers, all right, mainly at the men of the Lord, starting at the house of Great Millstone, man. All right, which we believe that we're the house of King David. All right, the scriptures say about the Lord raising up King David. In fact, let's go to it. The Lord going to raise up the house of David. He is raising up the house of David. Starting with this word, man. That's why we can speak this word and do this video and do these videos. And we flooding the internet because a famine's coming, man. Alright? So it's imperative that you gather this word, alright? Like you're storing up grain for the winter time. Alright, because we're coming to another season, man. This is Amos 8:11. It says, Amos 8:11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. All right, so all you scoffers and scorners, all right, it's going to come a time where you're not going to be scoffing and scorning, man. You're going to have to come out to the streets, all right? And a lot of you going to come out to the streets, all right? A lot of you going to start pointing the fingers, but guess what? You're going to do that so the Lord can destroy you, man. He's justified in destroying you, all right? Because you have to fulfill his word, man, all right? Yeah, it's another thing. It's going to come a time where these scoffers and scorners, they're not going to be able to do the internet thing. They're going to be coming to the streets, all right? We're coming in a time of persecution, man. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. All right? And then that's going to come a time where you're not going to see the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on the streets, because all hell is going to be breaking loose. It's not going to be no point for us to come out on the streets. All right? Because right now is the time that we have to serve, man. All All right. It says, in that day shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst, meaning they're not going to be able to get this understanding, this knowledge. In Shalom, on the comment board, all right? You know, the servants of the Lord, I have been given his word, and guess what? The Lord is going to call back his servants. He's going to say, look, you don't have to speak this word on the streets to these people anymore, all right? Because all hell is going to be breaking loose. The words that the servants have spoken is going to be coming to pass. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 3 and 6. It says, who also have made us able ministers. So not only are we servants, we're able ministers. All right, through the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, it says, who also have made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. Okay? So we're ministering unto you the words, all right, that lead faithful men to get the Spirit. All right? It says, for the letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. So we're out to give life. All right? We're the servants of life. All right? We're the ones that have been commissioned to lead you into the old paths. All right? Through the words of the Lord. All right? And these other Israelite groups, man, they're set up. All right? And guess what? I was just thinking about it. Esau is so much of a devil. He'll have a man in the group, all right, as your lieutenant, all right, or you know, or a leader of your group, and you have people following him, all right. But you know the difference. You know a servant of the Lord by the word he's teaching, by his doctrine, all right. As a matter of fact, let's go to. I got some more scriptures. Romans 6 and Romans 6 and 17, it says, but the Most High be thanked that ye were the servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine which was delivered to you. All right, so we've been delivered the doctrine, all right, and we come into the service of the Lord, which is ministering unto the saints, all right, the Spirit, all right. We have been set up to tell our people what's going to come, all right, and this is only for the elect. Matthew 20 and 28. It says, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. All right, the scriptures say that he that heareth you heareth me, and he that heareth me heareth him that sent me. And guess what? We're supposed to minister. The servants of the Lord minister this. So when you have these other Israelite camps, you know, who are they serving? All right, first of all, you got to know what name do they come in. All right, you have other groups that come in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But if you come in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, it's a certain standard, it's a certain order. All right, and it's a damn sure it's a specific doctrine. All right, and teaching. All right, but if you come up some other way, you're a thief. You're a liar. All right? You got to have the 100% truth because it's one body. It said, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister. So we got to be in that same spirit. All right? You know, that's why it's imperative that we got to keep on reading, you know, out the scriptures. We got to read out the scriptures. You know, somebody comes up, because people gonna come up, agent provocateurs, antagonizing. You got to stay within the word, and the key to it is prophecy. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite prophecies is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Look, Ezra was a prophet, and he said, "Behold, this is Ezra, second Ezra 15:1. He said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." So the Lord put his words in this man's mouth. All right, and that's what that's the spirit of the Lord. All right, the spirit of the Lord is to put his words within your mouth and you to speak the words. All right, in the midst of the people, and basically you warn we're in the business of wiping the blood off of our hands. All right. Now the Lord said, "I will behold, I will send forth fishers, then will I send forth hunters." All right. So right now we're fishing, but in the time to come we're going to be hunting. And why are we going to be hunting? All right. And we have to be. Why are we going to be hunting? Because hey, look, we're going to have to survive, man. All right. When you hunt, you hunt to survive, man. Scriptures say, "Cursed be that holdeth his sword back from blood." All right. So the Lord is going to bestow that power upon his servants. All right, to become go from being a fisher to a hunter. And the Lord putteth his words in their mouth. All right, and it say, "Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." It says, "Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." The unfaith. Like you had videos of motherfuckers coming up talking about the Hebrew Israelites, this and that. You know, I see them guys out there that hate group. All right, this is what the scripture says. It says, "Fear not the imaginations," because they have all types of imaginations. All right, they've been watching CNN. All right, they've been reading the Washington Post, the New York Times, all right, the Capital Gazette, which I must say that all those articles, they all have the same thing, and they're all controlled by the Jews. Why is it that when they reported on it, they was talking about the Southern Poverty Law Center and the Anti-Defamation League, which those are all controlled by Amalekites. We call them Amalekites according to our doctrine. All right, the so-called Jew. All right, which is over there in the land of Israel and is about to go to a third world war. All right, and the God in heaven, which we are servants to, is not going to deliver them from the wrath of those Iranians and those Chinese and those Russians and those Turkish and the Syrians. Oh, you believe, man? Them Arabs going to turn on you Edomites, man. All right, according to prophecy. Those Arabs over there, even those people of Jordan that are not Edomites, that dwell in that land, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, they're gonna rise up. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, which they're the ones that are Ishmaelites. They're gonna turn on you Edomites, you Amalekites, because we believe that your Amalekites are in high positions over there within those different governments. All right, but they're gonna turn on you, those real Ishmaelites that are sellouts. They're gonna turn on you Edomites, man, and this is gonna be a third world war. All right, and that's how we're gonna fulfill. Isaiah the 61 chapter. Go back to it, Isaiah 61:6, because you're gonna catch hell. You're gonna catch hell. Now this is Isaiah 61:6. Just revisiting it. It says, "But ye shall be named the priest of the Lord, men shall call you ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles." In this case, it's the other nations. "And in their glory shall you boast themselves," because you had glory, but you're diminishing glory. All right, we're gonna boast ourselves. We're gonna boast ourselves in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because now that you laugh at us and say that we're not the true Israelites, we're not the children of Israel. All right, we're gonna laugh at you. We're gonna boast ourselves in the Lord because the Lord made this happen. Listen to the radio and those these not real Israelites. They're not real Hebrew Israelites. All this bullshit you've been talking. Oh, we're coming after. We're GMS coon hunting. GMS coon hunting. Yeah, man. Yeah, all right. We're going to boast ourselves in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua when he brings them down. All right. And he's going to bring you down according to the fulfillment of his words, which we as men of great millstone are servants of. All right. right? We have give his life a ransom for many, all right? We're ministers unto the saints, man. As a matter of fact, let's see in Psalm 44. This is Psalm 44, and let me see. Psalm 44 and 8, it says, in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh shall we boast all the day long and praise thy name forever. Alright? The Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh shall we boast all the day long. Alright, what you think we do these videos for, man? To minister unto the saints. Alright, and we can say that we have the 100% truth. We have the spirit of prophecy, man. Alright, and that's what it was, man. And that's a blessing, man. The spirit to say things before they happen, and they happen, man. Alright. 4 and 29. Let me see. Yeah, this is Acts 4 and 29. It says, and now, Lord, behold their threatenings, and grant unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak thy word. All right? Because the more you threaten us, and the more you try to demonize us, the more boldly we're going to speak the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua as servants of the Lord. All right? We're going to boldly speak his word, man. And that's the thing. When you speak the word, you got to stay in the scriptures, because the scriptures got to speak. All right? We don't got to always, we don't have to always speak our opinion. You got to let the scriptures speak, man. You know? Acts 4 and 29. And now, Lord, behold their threatenings. Yeah, because as you come, the way you're going to notice, the way you're going to know these fake, fraudulent Israelite groups is they're going to start coming more and more away from the scriptures, man. All right? As we start knowing that these dudes is paid off, they're going to get more and more away from the Bible, man. And it's going to get more of their opinion. Oh, you so-called white people, you crackers, this and that. We beyond that, man. Straight up. All these Edomites, I mean, yeah, they're Edomites, man. There's no such thing as a white person, man. It's Edomites, man. Straight up, man. But you got all our people out there, they believe that the so-called white man is this, you know. But no, they Edomites according to the Bible, all right? They're your wicked older brother, all right? But it was prophesied in the Bible that the elder shall serve the younger. So these Edomites right now, we serve them, but in the time to come, they're going to serve us, man. All right? They're going to serve us, all right? So it says in Acts 4 and 29, and now, Lord, behold their threatenings, and grant unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak the word, all right, by stretching forth thine hand to heal, and that signs and wonders may be done by the name of the holy child Yahushua. All right, so the Lord's gonna give us as servants of the Lord, all right, the power to do signs, and we're gonna be doing miracles, man. All right, in the name of Yahushua, all right, for the sake of the doctrine, all right. And guess what? A part of our doctrine is the RFID chip, is the mark of the beast, man. All right, the implantable device that the government, through the United Nations, all right, over there in Europe, all right, is going to force the Americans, the American citizen to take, man, in their right hand or in their forehead, man. All right, you're going to start seeing rappers getting chips in their forehead, man. All right, and boasting about it, and it's going to be on Instagram, man. All right, it's going to be on social media. All right, you're going to start seeing that. Come on, let me keep on reading. This is Acts 16 and 17. Acts 16 and 17 says, the same, let me read, I'm going to start at 16. It says, and it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying. The same followed Paul and us, and cried, saying, These men are the servants of the Most High, Yahweh, which show unto us the way of salvation. So even the left-hand side, all right, even the left-hand side is going to testify, all right, that we're the men of the Lord. That they even know that we're the men of the Lord, all right. All right, this woman in this example was given to divination. All right, she was a witch, but even she testified that look, these are the servants of the Lord, man. All right, and it's gonna be testified. And that's why we know, man. Like these other groups, man. Hey, it's gonna come a time you're gonna come into the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, or you're gonna be put to death. All right, because at the end of that parable of Yahushua with the pound, it said, for those that are my enemies, would not that I have ruled over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. All right, and the Lord is going to let Esau is going to slay you right before us, man. All right, right before the men of the Lord, man. So you other camps, man, you better get down with the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And right now, it's coming out of the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders, man. All right. And guess what? The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man, is in with the house of Jacob, man. All right, the house of David, man. All right, matter of fact, I didn't get that, man. Let me get that. Because I read Amos 8. And this thing is about to come to pass, man. Esau, basically, the Most High can just put us to the side. He can push us to the side and just have Esau take down all the videos. And guess what? It ain't going to stop the prophecies from coming to pass. It ain't going to stop this kingdom from falling, man. Because it's too late, man. He can put us on CNN and demonize us or do whatever. Remember what it says in Isaiah, the 54th chapter. I'll get that next, Lord's will. All right, it says, this is Amos 9 and 11. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. That's when the Lord is going to close up the breaches, man. All right, it's going to be a impenetrating wall. All right, the scriptures talk about an exceeding great army. All right, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the days of old. And you remember what happened in the days of old. As a matter of fact, that's why the so-called white man just be kicking you niggas' asses, man. All right, because he remember that time that King David was fucking them up, man, in the caves of the Caucasus Mountains, man. All right, but our people don't know that history, man. All right, they don't know that they come from the line of King David. All right, remember King David put garrisons in Edom, meaning Edom is a so-called white man. All right, he was put in subjection. He was a tributary unto us, and that's according to the history. Then you go into the Book of Kings, you can find that in the Book of Kings. All right, it was a time where King Saul was commanded to slay all the Amalekites. All right, which, like I said in the before video, the Amalekites are the so-called Jew. All right, that is over there in the land of Israel. All right, but they weren't slaughtered. All right, that's why I mean he spared Agag. All right, the king Agag, and what happened? He got the kingdom taken away from him. It was given to King David. All right, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. All right, and guess what? We're going to possess Edom. We're going to possess these other nations in the kingdom of heaven. All right, once America's destroyed. Because, man, the way things is looking, it's not looking too good, man. They basically created a engineered crisis, man. All right, with this government shutdown, and all of a sudden, you gave them three weeks. You could have been did that. All right, this is nothing but manufactured, staged events, which has been happening since Donald Trump got in office. It's been happening when Barack Obama was in office, when Bush, and all the presidents been in office. All right, it's time that the elites do what they have to do and be destroyed for it. All right, because they're gonna have a lot of blood on their hands. All right, when they implement this new world order that's about to come with this microchip. All right, so we're coming into that time, and we as servants of the Lord declare that, all right, unto the people, man. Out on the highways and hedges, the true servants of the Lord. All right, because Esau is not gonna have no choice but to acknowledge what the scriptures say. Now this is back in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." All right, and all the unfaithful, they're going to die in their unfaithfulness. Why? Because of what's about to happen in America, all right, throughout the whole earth. All right, look what's about to happen. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." And the Lord's going to bring plagues upon the world. We already see the signs of them now, man. All right, there's plagues upon the world, the sword, there's wars. All right, over there in the Middle East, over there in Ukraine. All right, down there in Venezuela, there's coups all over the place. The whole earth is out of order. All right, and it's only going to get worse. All right, but people not watching. People are being distracted. Just like with this coup, just like with this, man, it's a lot of stuff going on. Just like this arrest of one of Trump's associates. All right, we all seeing these things, you know, and it's only a sign that, look, all hell about to break loose. Let me go to John 15. I'm gonna hit a few more scriptures. I'm gonna wrap it up. These scriptures quick. John 15 and 15. It says, "Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I call you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father have made known unto you." So, look, man, we believe that those men, all right, that what Yahweh Shah got from the Father is made known unto us, all right, because we have these prophecies, which is the spirit of Yahweh Shah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, so we do these videos and we put them out there. And it's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to get these videos like that, man. You're not going to be able to sit down and watch it on your phone or watch it on your computer and all of that, man, because everything's about to be shut down, man. All right, everything get ready to be shut down. All right. Oh man, they gave the people food stamps. Right, we gotta see what happened after 3 years. See, everybody gets all, oh, this is not gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. When this thing comes, it's gonna come out of nowhere, man. You know, when this deal comes, it's gonna come because the Most High is gonna get to a point where, man, that's it. All right, we have a point in time before the floor collapses from under everybody, man. All right. So, you know, we as servants of Yahweh Bashim Shah come to tell, you know, people that want to hear this word, the message of things to come. And we've heard a voice of trembling and not a voice of peace. All right? So the servants of the Lord come to tell you that and give you the path to salvation. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right, so with that, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bashim Kakodash. All right? You know, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this word in truth and sincerity. All right, and shalom to you brothers that's pushing this word. All right, till the next episode. Shalom.